I've got a new car to show you today, and this is it. The brand new Audi e-tron GT RS. Let's take a look around it. This is Audi's all-new, fully electric supercar, or super GT, whatever you want to call it. It is a GT car, let's face it. It's the RS version of that, so it's got those famous big bulging RS arches, especially on the rear here. I mean, look at that. That is a boxy looking arch. Finished in Daytona grey, this car. It's the launch spec, so loads of carbon fibre all around it, all around here. It's effectively more carbon here. Oh, and an enormous carbon roof as well. Effectively, this launch spec is the carbon spec and the Vorsprung spec put together all around here. And what do you reckon? What do you think of the look of the car? I think it looks absolutely incredible. I love the front. The side I love. Personally, I'm not 100% sold on the rear end of the car, but it's all personal preference, isn't it, when it comes to design? Carbicide, whatever they're called, wheels, brakes, sorry. More carbon around the side here. But the important bit is where you're going to sit, isn't it, really? And they've absolutely nailed it with this car. It is such a nice place to be. Look at these seats. Look at those. Proper bucket RS seats. Lashings of carbon all around this car. Bang & Olufsen sound system. Carbon all through the middle here. Sorry the screen's all dirty, but I've literally just picked this car up. So this is a first impressions video. I'm going to deep dive into it as the best I can, but the main point of today is to see if you can use this car, and a fully electric car, to use as an everyday vehicle. Obviously it's crazy fast, I'll tell you more about that later, but can you use it as a normal car to do your normal commuting? Okay, we are ready to set off then. My road test has somewhat been hijacked by Rich, the boss here at Premier Sports, because he's going to London anyway. So I said, I'll just drive you to London, and that's how we will work out what it's really like to drive as a normal car, an everyday car. If it wasn't electric, no one would ever think, oh, I wonder if it can get to London and back really easily. So let's just see. Let's see what it's like. The real world test. Please welcome to the car, Mr. Premier Sports.
Hello.
It's Rich Prem.
We're off to London.
We're off to London. So we've got 250 miles. I don't know how far away this is. Do we want to put on a sat-nav thing?
Mayfair. Okay, Mark.
If I look strange getting around this, because there's a microphone
What's
here.
that, what that is?
Yeah.
I think
It's called a dead cat, but it's no animals have been harmed in the making of it.
Okay, alright, you ready?
I'm ready. Postcode.
Postcode. W1.
W.
W.
1.
I.
Not going to
It's
Wigan.
electric cars again, isn't it?
I.
J.
Thinks we're going to Wigan.
J.
Oh my
Oh, do
word.
you want me to do it?
Yeah, go on.
W1.
I.
No. No.
Oh, wait. Say it.
W. Fuck.
Oh, we're in reverse. This is getting off to a good start.
Tired today, Mark. Do you know what I mean? I don't need this ad. Can you just type it?
Yeah, go on.
W1. Fucking hell, the old-fashioned way. Ah! Now my screen's gone.
W1 space.
W1J space 8 T.
It's the thing up there. London.
That's it.
Saturn
Stratton
Street.
Starts.
That's 104 miles. Ooh.
Ooh. What's the range?
233 it's gone to
You ain't
now.
getting back.
Well,
You're going to be sat in the service somewhere for 3 hours. Oh dear.
here we go then. Some jeopardy.
So tonight I'm going to meet.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch the football
Yeah.
because England are playing their last group game with Andrew Johnson, the man who did used to play for England, Everton, Palace.
In what decade? Is he 1990s?
Jesus.
Would I have heard of him?
Of course you'd have heard of him.
Oh, Andrew Johnson.
AJ.
Yeah, I know. He's
Yeah.
played in defence.
He's no.
Oh.
No. He was a striker. From memory.
I can't
No doubt all these
remember.
people are going to go, actually, he played an attacking
Yeah,
midfielder.
well,
Or I'm pretty sure he was a striker, mate, and a good friend of mine, and we're going to go and watch football.
That's good.
Yeah, it should be good. We're going to Shoreditch.
Very trendy Shoreditch.
Box Park, apparently, which I think's like a fan zone.
Okay.
So I better wear my full England kit with my shin pads.
Shin pads, yeah. Need the socks as well.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Mark.
So, what are we in here? Maybe I need to put it in eco mode because
You want to save as much as you can, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm actually really intrigued to see if you're going to get back.
I think it's
Because,
easy.
like with all these electric
This is
cars,
easy.
as we've learnt, they tell you a range until you
Until you use it, but
do high speeds, like 80 mile an hour, for example.
true. But that's also true about a petrol car. If you like,
True.
it's never correct.
True.
It's never correct. But this
You might have this one right.
is comfortable.
It's lovely, actually. Lovely
It is
inside,
nice.
isn't it?
And also the range thing. Yeah, it takes longer to charge up than it takes to put petrol in the car. But 250
Now, can I ask
miles
you
range,
something?
Yeah.
When I got in this car, you had the aircon off.
Yeah. Well, I've
Now,
just
was
turned
that-
it off.
Oh, well, it was off when you picked me up from my house.
Oh yeah.
So was that because you were trying to save the battery?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people that drive an electric car,
Yeah.
are they
well,
going to sit there nervous? Oh, I don't want to put the
okay.
aircon
Well, let's
on.
put it in eco mode. Eco.
What's the point of having a
No,
car,
no.
having a car like this, which is faster than anything probably in the world, isn't it? What is it?
Well, near enough.
3 seconds or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the point if you've got to drive everything in eco mode?
Well, you don't have to. Look. Watch this.
Watch this!
So you can do that, and then you can do dynamic.
I'm watching
and then,
there's a speed
and then-
camera over this hill, mate! Shit!
See, that is a fast vehicle.
Yes, mate. Yeah.
So now that's used.
That is quick.
really, really.
That's
quick.
ludicrous. That's
It
faster
is.
than a Taycan turbo, isn't it?
It's the same.
It feels
It's the same.
fast, that, man.
So this is like, without, like, so you have.
Can you put this on YouTube, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Put
The
it on
whole
YouTube.
thing?
Yeah, the whole our entire
Because
journey.
Mark, I want you to stop pushing YouTube more. What do you think? Do you think you should put more on YouTube? Because it's quite entertaining, really. Actually, me and you together will probably
It
be
just
quite
goes
good.
on too long. That's the problem.
I think people will probably be sat there eating their crisps, a cup of tea, watching us
People
now
do
and
eat crisps, yeah.
thinking, do you know what? These two idiots are actually quite funny.
Yeah, they're all right.
Top Gear, come and get us.
So, but what I was going to say is, this is more performance. You have owned in the past
Yes.
a Lamborghini Huracan.
Yes.
I've owned an Audi R8.
Yes.
This is faster than both of those.
Yes.
And if you filled the tanks up with in either of those cars, it would cost you what, 80, 90 quid?
Yes.
And it wouldn't do 200 miles of range. You'd have to stop and fill it up
No,
again.
you're probably right, yeah.
And this is claiming.
But it's
to
like
do-
anything how you drive it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So if we just cruised up there and not use any of the performance, we would go probably further than either of those cars would on a full tank.
Audi, the drink holder cup things aren't big enough for a big bottle of water.
Aldi?
Audi, we are in an Audi,
we
right?
are,
yeah.
yeah.
Can you make them a bit bigger, please? Because it's just
That's-
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's not very good actually,
it's
is
not
it?
good, is it? I didn't want a small bottle of water. I wanted a bigger one. It's going to take another 5mm.
Yeah, that's true. Now I'm just going into that mode.
You're still in. Oh, you're waiting for the old.
Yeah, because I've come out of fast lunatic mode now. Because in the real world, no one's doing that.
Do you know what's going to be quite interesting? Right, we're doing this little video now. When we actually get to London and we're sat in traffic, which is
Which is going to
standard.
happen. Yeah.
What's going to happen with that range? I wonder how fast we're going to lose it. At the moment,
We won't lose it in traffic.
At the moment, it's really, we've done about 2 miles. It's showing 2 miles, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know, with some cars, Mark,
Yeah.
you can get in and fill it up, and it'll tell you you've got 380 miles range.
Yeah.
I find in some cars that first half of the tank takes a while, and then the second half drops off quite quick.
Do you know why that is?
No, tell me.
It's because you have the tank, but then you also have the fuel nozzle.
Gauge
The
reader.
nozzle that goes into the tank. You're filling the nozzle right up. Right to the top.
The nozzle isn't 40 foot long.
It's quite long.
It's not that long. What are you talking about?
Well, that was just my theory. But...
That's the worst theory I've ever had. Audi, make the drink cup holders bigger.
What else?
really irritating.
I should have reset the thing. The mileage.
Quite loud road noise, no?
It's wind, isn't it?
I
It's
know
wind
that,
noise.
but it's quite loud.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I'm used to my car. It's got double glazing, isn't it?
Yeah. I think this might have double glazing.
So far, I'm very impressed. Got massage seats, this or not?
I don't know. Have a look. It's got heated seats and cooled seats. It's
That's just heat. Oh, it has got cool seats, yeah.
be in there somewhere.
Let me have a look. Media, phone apps, settings. Mind you, it's going to use too much battery.
For massage, it might do. I don't know if it has massage.
No, I don't think it does it? There's your breakdown.
Oh, it
mate.
does. I found it. I found
yeah.
it.
Where is it?
There's a circular thing towards the back.
yeah.
The middle. Relaxation, revitalisation.
Yeah, I like it.
That is
better
quite
than the
nice,
Bentley one.
actually. Yeah. It is. It's quite intense,
The
actually.
drink holders are bigger though. I was going to say breakdown for when you've
When you run out of battery,
when you run out of range,
which I'm not going to do. I'm a competent EV driver.
God, don't we know it? It's all you talk about.
I know. Well, it's the biggest change in the motor industry since what's his name? Model T Ford.
Model T Ford.
Yeah.
Henry Ford.
Henry. So I've reset the thing now, so we know how many miles we're doing. That was about 3 miles from home to here. Right, there's no point in us filming along this bit, so let's turn
cut
the
it
camera
off,
off,
come
and
back to
then we'll come back when we're in London.
I agree.
Goodbye. Okay, right, I'm in London, just dropped Rich off, and well, the range situation isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. To be totally honest, you know, I am a massive fan of electric vehicles. I sing their praises constantly at work, and I really thought this car was going to absolutely walk it. We've not been nailing it on the way up there. We've been travelling motorway speeds, outside lane motorway speeds. I've done 4.5 kilometers per kilowatt. 108 miles I've done, and I've used, well, now I have 105 miles of range. I think we left, it was 235, was it? So I can't quite do the maths whilst I'm trying to negotiate these roads. I've just typed in the destination to get home, which is Poole Audi, and it is saying Poole Audi is 108 miles away. It says you will not reach your destination with this level of charge. You need to factor in stopping. So it's handily, it has suggested a charger to go to. It's an Instavolt charger, which is 37 miles away, and it's saying that I only need to be there for 6 minutes to get enough charge to get to Audi. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to accept that now, and yeah, let you know how we get on. I'll speak to you again when I'm at the charger. I'm just outside the Ritz, by the way. How very lovely. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so here I am, stopped. Handily, this is a Starbucks stop, so I'm gonna go and grab a drink. I've plugged into the InstaVolt charger, which you might not be able to see. It's only a 50 kilowatt charger, which, to be honest, the majority of the motorway chargers are currently. This car can charge at 270 kilowatts, so this isn't going to be as fast as I'd hoped, but I've got 78 miles, so I could get back anyway, but it would leave with like 0 in the tank. So I thought I'd just go and grab a drink and put a bit of charge in this whilst I wait and see what we get to. So it was 76 when I turned up, like literally a couple of seconds ago. 79 now, so it's going up quite quickly. It's charging at, actually you can see here, I'll show you, it's charging at, if you can see that, 100 miles, or 106 miles added per hour of me sitting here. It's charging at 44 kilowatts. So to charge the battery full, it would take 2 hours to sit here, but obviously no one's doing that. Let me see, let me show you this. So charging, I don't need to charge to that. Let's just charge to, I don't know, I'll just show you what it says. To charge to 80%, well, it's 34% now, don't know what it's saying. Oh, there you go. So to get to 80% from now would take 50 minutes. Obviously, like I say, I literally don't need hardly any charge, but just as a demonstration on how easy it is to plug it in, go and get a drink and see what's what. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I have drank my very overpriced iced tea and written an Instagram post, which you'll probably see in a minute, or saw last night whenever this goes out. Caught up with some text messages. I don't know how long I've been exactly, but I don't know, 10 minutes or something like that. Not a lot of time. Bearing in mind this is a slow charger as well, I think it's pretty good. I've added, what did I have? I had 76 miles, did I? Now I've got 128. So, I mean, that's pretty good for a 10-minute or so stop to just, like, I haven't felt like I've been here because I've been doing stuff whilst I'm here. Anyway, so that's that. That's 52% battery. I think it was on 30 something. Let me just show you. I mean, some people would have never used an electric car, so they don't know how to actually do it. So let me just show. Literally, just take a cable and plug it into the car. It's really that simple. So as you can see up here, by the way, also I should say, a bit like petrol. If you stop on a motorway services, it's way more expensive than stopping somewhere else. Likewise, the same with electric. So that has, yeah, there you go. So it's added 60 miles. It's charged me £7.54. And that's what it would be if I wanted to fill it up another 30 minutes to get to 80%. Anyway, I want to stop charging. Stop charging, yes. Charging complete. Okay. So what you do then is just walk around the car. I mean, you could go that way, but I don't want to squeeze past. So walk around the car. I think on these ones, you press that button. And there you go, that's it. Nice and simple. And then just return that to the holder. And there you go. There we are. £7.62. I'll be asking that back. Thank you, Richard. And yeah, there you go. So it is that simple. Oh, didn't close the flap on the door. That's annoying. But look at this car, what a beast it looks. I love the angles. here, these creases in the door, so nice. Yeah, it's a shame that there aren't more like really fast chargers yet, because that amount of time would have fully charged the battery on a super fast charger. But there you go. That is the downside currently with electric. But anyway, I need to get back. So I suppose I'll see you in a minute when once I'm back, and I'll tell you all the stats that I've done and all that sort of thing. Right, so let me just turn my ventilated seat off because it's loud. I am 5 miles away from my destination. I have 71 miles of range left. I added 60 miles, did I? So I would have made it anyway. I would have made it without stopping. And that is because obviously the way you drive it depends. I haven't had the aircon on as much on the way down as I did the way up. Been going slightly slower on the way back as well. Not dramatically, still just going normal motorway speeds. But I've come off the motorway now, and around some back roads here, it's like this car is so impressive. It's heavy. It's a heavy car. It's big as well. So it's actually the same length as a full-sized Range Rover, and it's the same width as an Audi Q7. So it's a big car, you know. It's the same dimensions as a full-sized SUV, but the way you can throw it around is unbelievable. Like because all the weight is on the floor, so it can really be chucked around. The balance of the car is brilliant. I mean, sometimes under super heavy braking, it does start to feel its weight a little bit, but not in a negative way. You can just you feel that weight. The way you can bang it into a corner is absolutely like it's crazy. It's super intense. You can just wrestle it in, plant your foot, and it just bashes you straight back out again. It's like nothing else. It really is. The strange thing is with this, how they've engineered this, is it feels like an Audi. It's hard to describe that unless you drive loads and loads of different cars, but like the Taycan feels like a Porsche, even though it's electric and nothing like any of the rest of the range. It still feels like a Porsche to drive, even though that's the same car underneath. This feels like an Audi. Like, it feels really four-wheel drivey, and it feels really like you can just chuck it in places and nail it, and it loves it. So yeah, let's have a real quick summary on this car, because the video's probably gone on for far too long and haven't really talked about the car too much. It has really just been a range test. So on that note, I have been driving for 4 hours and 41 minutes. I have done 212 miles. When I started, it had 235 miles of range. It now has 70 miles of range. So, and I added 60, of course. I mean, it's been pretty true to its what it reckoned. So that's good. Like, EVs don't like motorways. They hate driving at a constant speed. Round town, I reckon you could get away, obviously it depends on how many miles you drive, but you could get away with just charging this car once or twice a week if you have a normal commute, which is just in a city. And obviously when you're charging at home, it's considerably cheaper than charging at a motorway station. Like, if you charge this from home and you had a good overnight tariff, it probably costs like £3 to fill up, possibly not even that much. So yeah, super impressive. It's really comfortable, like genuinely one of the most comfortable cars I've driven. with this, sorry, my phone was ringing. But now we're at 30 miles an hour. Feel how comfortable this car is. Like, don't feel any bumps. It's so comfortable. It feels like, I mean, it's not quite Rolls-Royce comfortable, but it's up there. It's Bentley comfortable. And with the refinement as well. But then you've got this other side of it, which is an absolute lunatic performance-wise. Let's see if you can hear, like, listen now. Can you hear that? I hope that sound comes out. It's got the most interesting sound. Again, it's different to the Taycan noise. It's a real deep, rumbly, like growl. It's not trying to imitate an engine. It's just got its own unique sound, and that's, you know, obviously this is going to become a really, really important part of EVs soon. It's so quick. Like the way it just picks up and goes, it's madness. Anyway, I'm going to finish the video now. I'm sorry I didn't go into too much detail into the car, but it's just been one of those days, just driving. 4.7 kilometers per kilowatt, for those out there that want to do the maths and work out how efficient it is. It's not the most efficient EV on the market, but those EVs that are more efficient don't have this sort of performance. So it is what it is. So that's me signing off, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully when I've got the keys to that Q4 thing. So let's see what that's like. But yeah, see you soon.